The fact that the clap gets you so much is so interesting to me.
Look, I'm just saying, it's been weeks. You still haven't gotten the little clappy
Yeah.
thingy.
Yeah, but other than like getting my topics ready for the show, I don't do anything show related throughout the week. Okay? I'm just holding on. Speaking of doing stuff, like you were only gone for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
and the first week that you were gone, I talked about the breakup between Elon and DJT or DTJ, whatever.
DJT. Yes.
Whatever his name is. Trump. President Trump. There you go.
Doesn't really matter.
Show respect. Show some respect. Okay.
Oh.
And that breakup feels like it was 2 years ago.
Look, all I'm saying is I was trying to follow all like US news while we were overseas. And I'm like, damn, why am I missing all of this? And we're not even in this country. Like,
oh my God.
Wild.
Insane.
Wild. I'm like,
welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube and TikTok and wherever you want to follow us on social media at TABPOD. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We can really use some help there. We're at 63. We appreciate the 63 strong, but we would like to maybe hit triple digits before I have to go into an old folks home. I don't know. I think it would be nice. I think it'd be a little nice thing for me. So if you guys could go check out the YouTube channel at TABPOD, like, share, subscribe to videos. Also, check out the Patreon. You know, Judy seems to keep making the ticker team, even though she doesn't actually participate in the Patreon. But, you know, she's part of the show, so I figured I kind of
Listen. I tried. I even showed you the screenshot. Patreon just hates me. It says there's an error that's occurring and I can't even subscribe to our own channels. So I don't know what's happening here.
Probably because you're already subscribed, but you're not paying anything through that subscription. It's like the Patreon is thinking this is Patreon's words, not mine, Judy. Okay, I want to be very clear on that. This is Patreon speaking. Patreon is saying, "You dumb bitch. We already have you subscribed. You need to give us money, not subscribey, money." So that's all that's happening there.
I'm gonna try again tonight, and we'll see.
Oh man. Judy, we always at the beginning of the show like to
get in the comments.
That's right, get in the comments. And this week, comments were from you, Judy. On our YouTube channel, Judy wrote, "I mean, what's better, under the mattress or 17 bank accounts?" Also, I want to, real quick before I get into this top comment, the bottom one says, "Why are," all caps, "you like this, Ryan?" And I want to ask you, what part of the video were you watching when this comment was made?
It was that one point where you're like, why do people always ask me, why am I like this?
All right, then that makes total sense as to why that question would get asked. Okay. So I would like to say, even though I know you are laundering so much money and hiding it from my boy Keith, who I love, and I'm just looking out for, I know what you're doing, Judy. And look, I'm not going to do anything other than alert the people, but I know what you're doing. Even though I know that's happening, I actually agree with you. It is much better to have 17 bank accounts than it is to just keep a sack of money lying in the house. And you know what? You know what's real great? That's what I actually agreed to, because the EP and I were like, hey, we need to figure out our finances. You know, she's been going through some stuff, as we've talked about on the show. So the money has been a little tighter. Taxes obviously came and said, yeah. You know, so things have been a little tighter around here than they maybe normally would have been. So we had to like go and redo our finances and all that stuff. And she originally proposed to me that we would have like a Bills bank account and a savings bank account and a this bank account, like a couple different things, so that we could have all that easily going. And then she fucking bait and switch me. 100%. She got me. She Bernie Madoff me. She got me part of a Ponzi scheme. This is what you did to Keith, isn't it? But in reverse, you said, oh no, we'll just keep it all in one spot so it's safe. And then you bait and switch and you put 17 bank accounts out there. I'm on to you, women. I'm on to you. Because, and I get it, she didn't want to have to, we're still working on this because I think there's a workaround on this one, but she didn't want to have to, most banks make you have a direct deposit so they don't charge you a whole bunch of extra stupid fees.
Yes.
Right. So she didn't want to have to go through switching one of our accounts over to direct deposit on a different one, blah, 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 blah. So instead, she just, there she is right in the middle of the show. The EP loves to come in at the best times. Hey, honey. Hi. Oh, here we go. Damn it, Thor. Yeah. All right. So, like I said, I was sold a bill of goods on having all of our money digitally safe away from prying eyes. And then old man executive producer back there just was like, no, we're just going to hide under the mattress.
Well, also, depending on which banks y'all are looking at, there are some that just offer free checking accounts. You don't have to like worry about having a minimum balance or direct deposit or things like that. So if you'd like some suggestions, I can send them to you offline. But
I would not like any suggestions. I would like you to send all of your suggestions to one EP. You can even send them to her via email. takeabreathpod@gmail.com. Send your stuff there. Just everyone.
Okay.
But yeah, no, please send her everything, because all it's going to take is like one fire and then we're destitute.
I will send it to EP. EP, please keep a lookout for my text in the upcoming week.
And be reasonable enough to actually like consider this stuff, okay? I don't want to be living like a grandma in the 1860s. There's no point. It's 2025. Money's just a construct at this point, okay? It's just even if you have the paper stuff in your hand, it's just digital currency going back and forth everywhere. So we might as well just be part of the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Be the problem. Okay. That's what fixes everything. So Judy, you were gone for 2 weeks. Where'd you go? What'd you do? What the hell? Why did you leave the show?
Well, first I want to say thanks, EP, for coming on the show last week. You guys were really great, and thank you for not pushing me out. Or 2 weeks ago, sorry. Yeah, y'all took a break also.
Well,
but thanks for not pushing me out.
We didn't mean to. We didn't mean to. There was a miscommunication in recording, and then, even though technically the show should have been recorded by then, it was Father's Day. So, I felt like, no one ever actually gives Dad the day off on Father's Day. I'm going to give it to myself. So,
well, good for you. I'm proud of you.
and since she bait and switched me on the whole, savings thing, I couldn't trust her with this show. I couldn't boot you out after that. So you got saved by some petty bullshit, but you got saved.
Okay, well, Keith and I went to the Philippines for it seemed like 2.5 weeks. And this was my first time going back in 15 years. And this is Keith's first time. And man, when I tell y'all, so we went with my parents. And when I tell y'all that my parents wanted to show Keith almost every single thing that there was to do in the Philippines, they were like, you know what? Keith is going to see every single thing we can do in the Philippines.
Yeah. They were imparting their culture into him. They were like, you're going to be the whitest Filipino person on earth. Okay.
Yes. I'll have to show y'all
You came here eating hot dogs. You're leaving here eating boiled crab.
I mean, they have Filipino hot dogs.
It's different though. Okay. God.
I'll have to show y'all pictures.
You know what? Why you got to argue with everything? I was talking about the culture of your people, and you're over here just like, yeah, we got hot dogs, whatever.
Oh,
we're just like everyone else. Fucking whitewash the whole goddamn country. It's fine. So basically, Filipinos eat like 3-year-olds. Got it. Thanks, Judy. You're a great bastion of your people.
Wow. First of all, have you never been to Jollibee? What?
I haven't actually. I want to go so badly.
Oh my god!
But there's only
go.
Well, there's only one that I've come across in town. It's not like there's a bunch everywhere. And that
I'm pretty sure there's one close to you.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's close to where I used to live, not where I live now.
No. Where you live now? It's off of
This is Jollibee in Summerlin?
It's off of Sahara and Buffalo. Yes, I know that. That's like one of the first ones that were built in Vegas.
Okay, well, I didn't know that.
Wow.
It's still a little out of the way to go for some chicken, but yeah.
It's
I guess I can make the trip.
Worth it. Y'all should try it. Get the spicy chicken, chef's kiss. Anyways, so we did a lot of things. We went island hopping.
Yeah, we want to know about your trip to the Philippines, not fucking Jollibee, okay?
Look, Keith had like a little bucket list, and on his bucket list, he wanted to take a picture with the Jollibee mascot. And unfortunately, we did not catch him at any of the Jollibees we went to. He was very disappointed in this, okay?
I feel so bad for him. Like, that's kind of the worst when you go to multiple locations to try and find this thing, and you've been looking forward to it real bad, and then every time it's just like, sorry, boss.
Yeah, like the first time we pulled up,
buddy.
The first time we pulled up to a Jollibee, it looked like a birthday party just ended. And I was like, oh my God, Keith, maybe the mascot's still here, because the party's just winding down, so maybe the mascot's still there. And then we go in and we ask, and they're like, no, sorry, he's gone already. We're like, just missed him by like a few minutes, literally. Oh man. Yeah, but okay, sorry. Anyways,
poor guy. Okay, other than Keith's torment, though.
Outside of
let's not talk about how Jollibee castrated my boy for 45 minutes, okay?
We went island hopping, so I've never been to the Island of Butthole.
The Island of Butthole?
No, it's called Butthole. It's Bohol. I know it sounds like butthole, but it's Butthole.
Butthole. Butthole.
Stop calling it that. Although they have
what? They have what? They have commemorative buttholes. You can get like a bronzed butthole while you're in the Island of Butthole.
But it's a national, or was it? It's called Chocolate Hill. So I'm trying to think of it's a nature.
Nope. I'm not going to Chocolate Hill on the island of Butthole. No way. No way. I know how that ends.
No, you have to look it up. Can you pull it up? Google's it so you can see what it looks like.
I have to lick it up? Is that what you said? I have to lick up the chocolate mountain on the island of Butthole?
It's called Chocolate Hills. I promise it's nothing bad. Just look at it. So our YouTube people can see what it looks like. Okay. But they're just literal hills on this island. It's really cool to look at. Like
okay, let's find out about the island.
Chocolate Hills.
No, that's for later. Chocolate rain.
Hills. Yeah, there you go.
No, I know.
See?
Chocolate. You never heard the song Chocolate Rain?
No, I know you typed in Chocolate Hill, but there's an S. But yeah, you see, they're just they're like literal just hills, and they look so cool.
They're just hills covered in moss. I mean, they're fucking. It's just a big chia pet.
It's not moss. Oh my god, you called it moss?
Yeah, look at it. Look, I'll show you right now. Look at this. It's fucking.
We know what chia. Well, I know what a chia pet
look,
is.
Chocolate hills everywhere. Chocolate hills everywhere. You can get a Stitch chocolate hill. You can get, an Ice Spice chocolate hill.
Late.
we got a Alf chocolate hill. I get it. Like, it's very exciting to go and see something that has been prevalent in my life since I was 4. But good for you. Going to lick the chocolate hills in the Isle of Butthole. I love it.
Anyways, aside from that, thanks, Ryan, for your commentary on my chia pet hills in the Island of Buttholes, because I don't know. What?
I can't even tell if you're calling it the actual name or not anymore.
Anyways, also on this island is it's called Tarsier Sanctuary. I don't know if you know what a tarsier is, but they're very small primate
buttholes.
Primates. They're primates. They're really small primates with really big eyes. And they're native in like the Philippine Islands and also I forgot what other islands, but like maybe Borneo, somewhere more southeast. But they're just so cute.
And they just trying to find. What's it called?
Tarsier. It's Tarsier. Tarsier. No H.
Oh God! Oh my God! That's a nightmare. Oh.
Yes. They have big eyes.
Oh my God. Oh.
I know you think they're like horrifying looking, but they are so cute.
Oh God! Well, they don't photograph well. They photograph like they're gonna come out of a fucking Elm Street movie. Jesus! Why is this a thing?
I love how you spelled it.
Sanctuary. We should burn the entire sanctuary down.
Oh my God, that's terrible. They're like
I agree. Those things are terrible.
No, listen. So they're very anxiety-ridden animals, and if you make like loud noises,
if I look like that, I'd be anxiety-ridden too.
Listen. If you make the noises that you are making right now, they will literally kill themselves.
Ah! I hope you can hear me in the Philippines, you scary fucks! Ah!
Oh my God, that's terrible. I can't believe you say that.
What? I'm just being honest. You don't want me to be honest?
Yeah, but that's still kind of rude. Like,
What?
that you want to kill these animals? They didn't even do anything to you, but look at you.
I don't want to kill them myself. Like, I don't want to go and
but that's literally what you're
break all
doing.
their necks. Like, no, but if they do it themselves, or if someone else takes care of the issue that I have, who am I to complain? That's all I'm saying.
God. Anyways, so aside from Ryan being abusive to animals,
I'm not abusive to animals.
Moving on.
Okay, that is. Hold on. 2 times in a row, Judy.
The thoughts, opinions, and expressions of clown.
You literally
Judy.
want animals to kill themselves.
Judy herself,
That is
the
so
Conversation
rude.
with Judy and Ryan podcast.
Don't speak over the disclaimer, Judy.
Too late. I did it anyway.
2020.
The people don't like when we talk over the disclaimer. It makes it sound like we're not actually disclaiming the terrible thing we just said. Moving on, Judy, okay?
Moving on. So that was on that island. And then when we were back in Manila, we hung out with a lot of my family. And let me tell y'all, so Keith comes from a very small family. He has 1 cousin. I have like a million cousins. And, going here, I'm sure it was a big cultural shock for him, but he met tons of my family. And and my cousins out there can like drink. Like they will drink Keith under the table. All right.
Why do I feel like this is like a fucking Sweet Home Alabama or rom-com type situation where he's from one world and she's from another and he has to acclimate to her culture, and there was just a montage to something stupid like these boots were made for walking, and every single time he did a shot is when the song would go every single is that what you rom-com my boy Keith? God damn, Judy.
No, I don't think I did. But listen. So they did like a surprise birthday party for my brother, even though it's like 3 weeks in advance type thing, but also like leaving party for Keith and I. But so Keith and my cousins were all hanging out outside. I was inside because I was very hot and I just like to stay in the AC where I can stay cool and not sweaty. But Keith was outside drinking with my cousins. All of a sudden, I hear Keith on the karaoke mic. And him and my cousins are doing duets. You know what? And I was like, this is the best thing ever. And he has a selfie with all my cousins. And I have to share with you what it looks like, because it's like all my cousins and then one white man just hanging out with the mic in the middle.
Where are you going to share all these pictures? Because you've said that you have all these pictures that you want to show. Where can people go to actually see them?
It's on my Instagram. So my IG handle is right here. And it's also on my Facebook.
For those who are listening, audio only listeners.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus, Judy. Fuck you guys like Judy who only listen to the show. But at _J Della.
__, 2 underscores.
That's 2 fucking. God, you are so extra. At __ JDELA. If you want to, I like how Judy is making it so that her social media will grow, but not the show's. That's awesome. That's really great for us.
I mean, look, if Ryan would like to insert a photo
share, and subscribe.
Of what I'm looking at.
Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that I can find someone who will help me with social media, because Judy's only worried about making her own social media grow. I need help, guys. Okay.
Okay, I'm doing my best on the TikToks. All right, like I'm working on it. I'm doing my best.
You could have uploaded like 4 pictures of 4 of those pictures to TikTok and put like a song behind them.
I mean, I can. Is that weird to me to share like my personal photos on our Take a Breath TikTok?
Why? Seriously, we've hit something that I'm interested in. Why would it not be okay?
I don't know. I'm asking you. Like, I didn't think it would be like we don't share personal things on our business.
Okay, that's
TikTok.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I would be more inclined. Like, the only reason I don't do it is because I don't do stuff like that. I don't post anything. Twitter is the place that I should be posting the most to, because I have all of these fucking opinions, right? But I only post there like once every 6 months. It's just a fucking random ass smoke signal whenever I do it. So, yeah, look, I'm not saying that I think you should be putting in like, you're in Keith's weird sex dungeon video montage. But no, yeah, if you go on a trip or something and you have some if you want to share the chocolate hills, because
and your favorite animals.
A lot of people are into eating ass nowadays, so I'm sure they would love to lick the chocolate hills in the Isle of Butthole. So,
glad that you mentioned that, because just you wait until towards the end of the show for my other topics we'll talk about.
Oh.
Anyway,
all right. Well, speaking of then, do you have anything else related to this trip?
Yes. Aside from that, we also got to see a lot of old 16th century churches, which were pretty impressive considering there's been so many earthquakes in the Philippines that these are still just standing up, and it's pretty neat to see. I'm not
standing up.
Why, not a religious person, but
God makes sure that his castles are resolute. I mean, I would assume anyway. Honestly,
I guess
it's probably something just like the stone was able to sit long enough that they are just now, instead of being blocks of stone or whatever, it's just one solid ass
big
piece.
Cement. Yeah. Exactly.
But that's cool that you guys have Jollibee and old ass churches in the Philippines and
lots of people on motorcycles and mopeds. Lord Jesus, I had to keep my eyes closed whenever we drove anywhere, because I felt like our cars were gonna hit somebody at some point, or one of these motorcycles were gonna hit us. But thankfully,
that's fine. They don't have insurance.
I'm sure they don't.
Yeah, so it's fine. Fucking, Did you say hi to Vitali? He's a streamer who got himself thrown in the Philippines jail.
No, I didn't hear about this man. What did he do?
I don't know. He was just doing some dumb
stupid shit.
Yeah, some dumb streamer shit. Got himself thrown in jail, and now he's like, because apparently the jail system in the Philippines is it makes the jail system in America look like a day spa.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah.
And there are certain jails that it's once you go in, regardless of what the crime was, once you go in, you're not getting out for a minimum of 6 months. So think about that, though, because I get that, it's only 6 months. No. I'm saying if you got caught shoplifting a candy bar and they put you in that jail, you're in jail for 6 months minimum. So, all right.
Yeah.
So, Judy, I like to talk younger than my age group, right?
Yes.
I mean, I was an early adopter of Vibe, and I wouldn't say I was an early adopter of this, but I am one of the only people in my age group that says Gucci.
Oh, you still say that?
I mean, if it comes up, it comes up, right? See, that's how I know you're getting old. You don't say it anymore. But I came across this professor, and he is speaking to Gen Alpha. He's at not a conference, an assembly, speaking to Gen Alpha, and just listen to this man and all of his greatness.
No.
Alpha dialect of English. I'm going to deliver the rest of this speech in your very own native tongue. It's low-key a huge W to be vibing here at Westtown High School for Languages Week. Good chat. Let's lock in. Throat came prepared. Now, I know it's giving to Lulu for this chuggy boomer to speak in such skibbity brain rot. But if you'll bear with me, I'll put the fries in the bag in just a second. I do actually actually have a message here type shit. No cap, I was dead-ass pressed about understanding this language. But I had to absorb the drip so I wouldn't get aired by your generation. High key, people think Gen Alpha slang is just memes and brain rot, but oh god, it's giving linguistic glow-up core happening IRL.
Okay, I could listen to this whole thing. I have listened to this whole thing, but I could listen to it for 3 days. My question for you, Judy, listening to that, how much were you able to follow?
I would say a decent amount.
Okay. Cause when I was watching it the first time, the only thing I could think of was like dual language speakers, and they'll hear someone talk in the language that they learned second. So they'll hear them talking. Let's say they were talking Spanish, right? And my native language is English. So I'll hear them talking, and then I'll translate it into English in my head. That's what was happening for me every step of the way through this speech. When he said chat, and I knew that he just meant like I'm talking to a large group of people right now. Oh.
Yeah, it's funny because that's exactly how Keith's students talk. So he'd come home and just say some of these random things like on G. I'm like, why would you say on G like that?
Because obviously on God, but you don't want to say God, so you're just saying G.
On
Look,
G.
I'm still doing it. I'm the alpha translator.
I know you didn't have to like specify that it was on God, but I mean,
I'm just saying I'm translating, right?
oh yeah.
Now I know my lot in life. I'm the one. I need to get into politics. Okay.
Oh,
Hear me out.
okay.
So I get into politics. I become, something high up. I need to be national, right? So like a senator or a congressperson, maybe if I'm feeling real, zesty with it, go for president, something like that. But what my lot in life is to bridge the two groups together. Right? That's why God put me on that's why G put me on this earth. Okay? It was so I could be able to talk the speak of the new generation and talk it to the old generation so that we can all come together. Because right now, we're talking two different languages, and I'm the bridge to bring us all together. I'm so glad that I realized this.
Wait, you could be like, you ever watch that skit of Key and Peele where Key is Obama's angry translator?
Oh, of course, yes.
You can be Gen Alpha translator.
No, because then I'm not the politician. I'm the guy who works for the politician. What the fuck? Why are you trying to get me demoted, Judy?
Sorry. I thought this. Oh, sorry. So wait. So you're going to be translating your own speeches to Gen Alpha?
No. So I'm going to have I will be the translate. How the fuck did you not follow the plan? God damn it.
I don't know. I thought after you said you were going to be president,
I stopped listening.
President?
I said if I was feeling zesty, maybe, okay? I can just hear my mom right now. What is this zesty thing?
I think your mom will know what zesty is.
I think she can infer what it is, but I don't think she's heard it said ever.
Interesting. Okay.
So, because my mom's a very smart lady, okay? She got a summa cum laude in ASL, throwing up gang signs in school, got a master's degree for that. So, I mean, the not a master's degree, summa cum laude, it's a whole different thing. I'm only saying this because if I don't, she's going to give me a lecture. So, she did great, though. She did great.
Yay.
Proud of you,
Yay.
Mom. All right. Judy.
Oh, yes.
So a couple weeks ago, we had you look at a list of letters to see if you could pull out the message, right?
Yes.
And it
Yes.
basically will show how crazy a person is. Now, I was able to get this one pretty easily, so I'm not going to say that you're crazy. Or maybe you are, and you're finally catching up to your boy. Okay, so let's find out, all right? Close your eyes.
Okay, they're closed.
So we are going to throw it up in 3, 2, 1.
It's always what you doing, never. Do you want me to come? Do you want me to? Oh, do you want me to come over? Come over and eat you?
Oh, she got it. She got it. You got to finish it. Okay.
I have to finish it. That's so dirty.
Yeah, be a big girl. Be a big girl and finish your dinner, okay?
Do you want me to come over and eat your pussy till you come on my mouth? Come
on my mouth? On my face.
On my face. Yeah, sorry, not my mouth. M-M-O. Yeah, sorry.
Good job, Judy. Good job.
Oh, man.
I was a little worried when you got to the O, and you were like, I don't know what the fuck is the O here for?
Yeah. So dirty.
Right, I have one more for you. Okay? So I would say Gen Alpha has a language based in memes.
Oh, Lord.
Right? Mm-hmm. Right? Would you agree?
Yes.
But I would say millennials have a language based in emojis.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Like, we grew up on texting. We can look at a message and completely understand it, right? Mm-hmm. So we're not gonna do the ticking clock again, but I'm gonna give you another message. This is all emojis, but you have to read it out.
Emojis are so hard. Okay.
You have to read it out to the people, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Duolingo. Hey, sorry. Can't stand a small dick, no car having no house.
Keep it
no
going.
money having clown ass, gay ass, fuck boy. I'm gonna just say boy. Can't say.
Yeah, you can't say. Well, you could have said ninja.
Ninja.
You could have said ninja. And then to follow up on that. It's alarming I could read this without any problems, is what one of the comments on this put. And I agree. It was alarming that I read that message with the same speed that Judy just read it, okay? Maybe faster because I didn't have a laughing fit in the middle. But, it's incredible how we have turned emojis into something that we can all just fully understand.
I love that for us, you know?
Yes, exactly. If I'm ever captured by terrorists, I can send a message via emojis and they won't know what I'm saying. Or maybe they will because they grew up on the emojis too. And I should have just done English.
We're probably the same age. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't want to do I was about to do a Middle Eastern accent to joke about like a terrorist, but with everything going on, I feel like that's not good. So I'm just going to say it as a domestic. Oh God, there's too much of that going on too. I'm just going to say it as me talking to me.
Riot. Yeah.
You stupid American. You should have just used your own language. Ha! Okay.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Judy, it's been a while, but it is time for Am I Overreacting? Okay. Am I overreacting for refusing to let my wife's work husband come to our family vacation My wife, 34 female, and I, 36 male, have been married for 8 years, 2 kids together. She recently started a new job where she's gotten really close to one of her coworkers. She calls him her work husband and says it's all jokes and office banter, nothing serious. At first, I brushed it off, but over time, she started texting him outside work hours, laughing at his jokes constantly, and even FaceTiming him once when we were on a weekend trip with our kids. I finally told her it was getting weird, and she told me to stop being insecure. Last week, she asked if he could come with us on our summer vacation to the lake house. She said he has no family around and could use a break. I said, absolutely not. This is our family time, and I don't want some random guy tagging along, especially someone she flirts with all day. She got mad and said I was being controlling. Her exact words were, I'm not even allowed to have friends now. I told her it's not about friends, it's about boundaries. She's still mad and says I embarrassed her by making a big deal out of nothing. So am I overreacting?
I want you to go first.
Okay. I mean, like, yes, he's overreacting, but I agree with him. Okay? And so here's the thing. I understand why he feels the way he feels, let's say, about his wife talking to another guy outside of work hours, you know, probably flirting with him, because, you know, that stuff happens at work. Like, you just get over it, right?
Yeah, right, yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't like that stuff already. And so if she wanted to hang out with him more outside of work hours and stuff like that, I would be like maybe we do a group thing, you know?
Right, yeah.
Like, why you gotta be one-on-one?
Yeah.
But the reason that I say he's also, he's not overreacting to just want it to be a family trip, okay? So
right, yes, that part understood.
So, but the thing about it that I would say is overreacting is unless she has the biggest set of brass balls in the history of brass balls, right? Unless something like that is happening, why would she bring a dude that she's doing stuff with to a family vacation?
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying that it's okay for her to have said it. What I am saying is you got to actually look at the evidence that is presented to you, okay? Yes, it doesn't look right. Yes, it's still a gateway for her to do something. But if she was actually doing anything with him, she would be keeping him hidden like a fucking Secret Service agent in the middle of the Cold War. Deep Russia. You have no idea where this guy is, okay? That's how she would be treating this coworker. You wouldn't know anything about how his day was. You wouldn't know anything about any jokes. Nothing, right?
Unless her play was to do it openly so he doesn't suspect anything, and then
right.
See.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but the brass balls that you have to do that is what I'm saying, right? So,
True.
Yes, what you're saying, 100% on the table, right? 100%. I'm just thinking most people would not have I'm just going with the law of averages. Most people wouldn't have the balls to do that. So, you know, now, what I will also say, though, bro, and I'm not saying that women and men can't be friends. I'm not saying that you can't even try to make a friendship after I know that I've said opposite in the past, and I still feel that way because if I ever made a friend that was a female, my wife would just take it and cut it off. I wouldn't even have to do anything. It's just, oh yeah, I'm going to meet so-and-so after work. Cut off right there. Right. So I'm not saying that people can't become friends of the opposite sex even after they are in a committed relationship, but I'm not allowed to do so. So, but what I am saying is that if she is getting this much out of this one guy, then it's probably she's not getting enough from you. And you should also take a look at yourself and see what is it that Jesus, Judy, you okay? Dropping shit over there. Fucking
yeah, I like hit my mic. I'm sorry.
Rusty, huh? I'm the one who hits the mics on this show, Judy.
Flapping arms around here, thing. Like, sorry.
But yeah, I think homie should take a look at what he might not be giving his wife and see, you know, if that would help the situation.
Yes.
Because at the very least, real quick, sorry. At the very least, the fact that she wanted to bring him on vacation means that she just enjoys his time so much that she doesn't want to be without him and stuck with you for, let's say, this week-long vacation, okay?
Yeah, you and the kids, apparently.
Well, no one likes being around their kids, okay? Fuck.
Oh, okay, sorry.
When I send Asher back to his mom, it's the best time of the week, let me tell you. I get to sleep in. I don't have to worry about him doing any dumbassery. Sorry, I'm not trying to hijack your moment. Go ahead.
Right, no, I was gonna say I agree with like basically what you said. Like, yeah, he's probably overreacting a little bit, but at the same time, like he should reflect on their home situation as well. Yeah. Right. But I want to just say to like the wife who's still clearly angry, like, what if the roles were switched? What if your husband has his work wife he ask his work wife to come on the trip, and like you're not gonna want that. Like, let's 100%. Be real, girl. I don't care how down you are, because you wouldn't be. I'm just gonna say that outright. Like, you wouldn't be. I wouldn't think she is. So
no. So I'm glad you brought that up, because I hadn't thought of that perspective. The thing I had thought of is from the husband's perspective. If she had a work wife, would that have been okay? Would it have been okay for her to bring her female work friend on the family trip? Right?
Interesting. Yeah.
I mean, for me, I'd still be like, no, shit's expensive. Okay. I can't afford gas mileage with 7 people in the car. The fuck?
Well, what if they just like showed up there? Like, they're not even in the same car, but like, no.
Thank you, Judy.
No.
I wish I could just fucking, just like the chicken fingers. I wish I could just finger blast this thing. Oh, okay.
You just need to carry that as like one of your like a button, just like your no button. Whenever someone like starts acting crazy, just no.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
So we are recording on June 19th, which,
yes,
for anyone who is not aware, is a federal holiday called Juneteenth. And the holiday is set to commemorate the emancipation of enslaved people, right? But Judy brought something to my attention. And at first, I thought she was just being like your stereotypical Texas person, where everything is better in Texas, so we celebrate it because Texas was involved somehow. But then I remembered, oh, wait, no, Judy is a Texas transplant, so she probably hates all that shit. So I went and looked up Juneteenth. And yes, it is, according to the dictionary, it is a holiday celebrated on June 19th to commemorate the emancipation of enslaved peoples in the U.S. But then when you continue to read, it's like when you watch a TV show and it was a great 5 seasons and they should have just stopped after 5. But for some reason they were like, no, there's too much money. We have to go to season 8. Because as you continue to read, the holiday was first celebrated in Texas. We're on that date in 1865, in the aftermath of the Civil War, enslaved people were declared free under the terms of the 1862 Emancipation Proclamation. So think about that for a second. Emancipation happens in 1862, and then 3-ish, 2.5, whatever, years later, Texas is finally like, all right, I mean, I guess we can stop holding out. But we're making it a holiday, fuckers.
Yeah.
So
terrible.
to have some fun on Juneteenth, I want to play this video of this anchor for you guys.
Juneteenth, here I am at work, so y'all might as well watch us today, right? I'm Delilah Diller.
Today is Juneteenth, a federal holiday celebrating the day slaves in Texas were told they were free.
And here we are at work today. Well,
So I agree with you.
I've been eyeing this fried okra. Can I?
Please, go
Can I
for
help
it.
myself?
Hot sauce in there to
Oh, that's
dip
hot
it
sauce?
in.
And I
Okay.
love that you do the greens, because I've never done that before.
Oh, it is.
So a lot of
I-
people like that, to do it that way?
I don't know if a lot of people like it that way. I do.
So
I
sharp.
love, and it just creates just
Why
this
are we just
one
watching him
bowl of
eat
goodness,
okra? This
crumble up,
Thursday morning here, it's 9 o'clock. It's also Juneteenth, and
Yes, it is. Happy
in honor of
Juneteenth.
that, we just sitting here eating today.
Right, now see, I tried to hide my...
I'm not.
Okay.
Homie does not want to be at work today, clearly.
No, he does not. So that was a Houston news broadcast of it for our audio listeners. I mean, I get it. I wouldn't want to. The thing that was crazy to me, and maybe like the majority of the staff, maybe that is actually, let me put it this way. I'm guessing that, especially with the way he was acting, that guy is the normal morning show news anchor. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because normally on a holiday, what happens is your main guys get the day off and they have the B team come in and take care of it. What is still astounding to me, right? Even if your entire morning news team is of the African American persuasion, how are you only going to have black people working on Juneteenth? You got to get some cream up in that coffee, okay? You can't be like, no. All the blacks work on Juneteenth, okay? The whites are managers, so they can go and not have to work. But you guys get your ass to work. How you going to do that? You got to give someone, like even the weather person, and maybe that's what they did because we only saw this brief clip, right? But you got to give someone the day off and get Skippy's ass in there so that it looks like everyone has to work today, okay? If there's any left in the country, go get you somebody from Home Depot, bring them down, and just everyone is working here today, okay? All colors of the rainbow.
Now, my thing is, if it's considered a federal holiday, why isn't more businesses closed type
So
thing?
it is considered a federal holiday, but it's one of those where you can... Federal holidays are weird because you only, unless you work in the government, you don't have to abide by ones. I am not a lawyer, okay? Yes, the thoughts, opinions, everything, okay? So just remember that. The way I believe it works is that, and it's state dependent too, but depending on what state you're on, you don't have to, you have to do like X amount of federal holidays, but you don't have to do all of the federal holidays.
All of it. Okay,
right?
got it. I think that sounds right.
Even in the federal government, remember Juneteenth took place of Columbus Day, and a lot of places still celebrate a lot of banks, right? Still celebrate Columbus Day even. So that could be another thing where like maybe your company doesn't do Juneteenth, but they do Columbus Day. I mean, I feel like someone would need to have a talk with someone if that was the case. But we're not here to judge. We're just here to spread the talkie talks. So
yes.
But yes, that is why. Now I worked today, right?
I did too.
But I could have been off.
Oh.
We have this really cool thing in my company where as long as it's within the same pay period, you can switch a day off for any other day in that pay period. Yeah, so I get 3-day weekend.
Oh, nice.
That's right. Yes, exactly.
You're like, I'm gonna work today so I can be off tomorrow.
Exactly. And then people today were asking me like, why are you here today? I was like, it's fine. I'm only half.
Wow. Anyway, oh my God.
Anyways. Oh God. Okay.
Oh man, there's so much more to talk about. But we're
the internet is kind of crazy with this. This isn't really a Juneteenth thing, but like it kind of fits with Juneteenth. The internet is crazy how on just every single person can have the dumbest opinion, but because it's so dumb, they become famous as a result.
Yes.
So I'm going to play you a video. The original, it's about to, for our video listeners, the original is about to pop up in the upper left-hand corner. But the reason we have to play this one is because the original has been since taken down. But just listen to what this woman has to say about Harriet Tubman.
Ever since I found out Harriet Tubman is not a real person, it fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie. Because her real name is Araminta Ross. And she was a spy for the United States government. Her real name, Araminta, is not connected to the Harriet Tubman. And Sojourner Truth's real name is Isabella Bumfrey.
All right, I'm not gonna waste any more time with the hows and do's of that lady talking, but I just want you guys to all think about what you just heard real quick. Harriet Tubman is not a real person, first and foremost, but she is a spy. She's a spy, but she's not a real person. I don't know how the fuck that works, but let's just say that she just meant like the name Harriet Tubman was like James Bond, right? Maybe that's what she meant.
Maybe.
And this is a black woman speaking on this subject. And I just want everyone to know that before you hear what I'm about to say, okay? Bitch, do you know how slavery worked? Aramita Johnson probably wasn't even her, or whatever the fuck it was, whatever she said, wasn't even probably her real name. That was the name that the fucking, the owner that she had gave her, if I'm guessing. Now also, because I did some research, yes, she did change her name. It was Aramita, but she changed it when she got married. And so she changed her last name to her husband's last name, and I'm guessing she just was like, you know what? Fuck this other name too. This is not who I am. I didn't know it. My mom didn't give me this name. I'm taking the name I want. Or maybe she just said, I like the fucking name Harriet. Okay?
Yeah.
But to say that someone so pivotal in our nation's history, to say that someone, even if she is fully made up, which she's not, but even if she is like a fucking Pecos pill or a Paul Bunyan, these are stories people need to hear so that when we have weeks and months like we've just had in this country, in which it seems like a lot of weird 1985 dystopian type shit is, we're at the beginning of that.
Yeah.
We can hear stories about people like Harriet Tubman that will give us the hope that we need to be able to continue to fight, continue to protest, continue to just voice your opinion. Because I'm not going to lie, with the way things have felt lately, it makes me feel like if you voice the wrong opinion, you're going to get thrown into a fucking jail cell. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not trying to get on a whole tangent with that stuff, but like, man, this is why I used to believe, and I know she didn't ask a question, but she did make a dumbass statement. But I used to believe that there were no stupid questions, right? Because if you're asking a question, it is generally in the search of knowledge. And how can you be stupid if you are trying to make yourself smarter, right? Mm-hmm. But the internet has changed my opinion on that, okay? Because now everyone has a voice. And I'm not saying that that is inherently a bad thing, but when it comes to women like this who share dumbass opinions like this, it shows me that not everyone should be allowed to have an internet account, should be allowed to have, I don't want to say to have a voice because everyone should be able to, but like it almost, remember when back in the days of Yonder, when you actually had to get verified on Twitter through like a weird popularity contest?
I don't remember that, but maybe.
It's like it wasn't. There was no setup way to do it. Like you could fill out a form and apply, and then they would verify you through whatever means. But really, if you knew, like, you know, Ted in social accounting, he could get you fucking that blue check mark in a day and a half.
Yeah.
But then, you know, Tesla guy came in and just said, nah, $10 a month and you're verified. And in making everyone equal, no one is extraordinary, right? There's no, yes, you can still follow the same people you had before, but my point is that, like, you can't, people don't have to go through the process to be able to earn the right to have an opinion, right? They can just, bam, and say one stupid ass thing, and it gets picked up by the right outlet. It gets picked up by the right outlet. Next
so
thing you
many
know,
of them.
Everyone's fucking talking about it. So
yes, and the thing is, like, we were trying to look for the original video because now they took it down or they made it private. But she's not the only person who also has this opinion.
So, yes and no. She's not the only person for sure. But what I will say is, upon looking at all the videos, she most of the videos were like, "You dumb bitch," okay? Like you put in Harriet Tubman not real, and you'll see a ton of videos. Like two of them are gonna be talking about how she's not real. Most of them are like, "What the fuck?
You dumb.
I'm a white man in Alabama, and I know that bitch was taking black people across the border." Like,
yeah.
All right. That is the gong. But real quick, I just want to, because that was kind of a downer, right? It was kind of a downer. I want to leave us on an upper. Okay.
Okay.
So I want to show you this video, and basically, it's so that everyone knows, like, no matter how terrible you might be at something when you start at it, keep going, keep trying, keep having that hope, because one day, look, it's not guaranteed, but one day you might make it. And there's no better proof than seeing early Post Malone do his early music. Listen to this, guys.
It was you walking out my door. You said you loved me just moments before. Why'd you lie? What the heck?
What the heck? Yeah. All right. Oh man, we're probably gonna get.
It's giving me very
what?
Very 80s vibes.
Yeah.
Like, don't you want me? You know that song, right? It's giving me that.
Yeah, I maybe. I don't know. My brain is dead. Okay, I got skibbity brain rot, so I'm gonna have to call it on this one. But remember, Post Malone can go from that to being in Bud Light commercials with Shane
selling
Gillis.
out.
I think we all have a chance,
tours.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I would say that the Bud Light commercial is bigger, but whatever. I mean, if you want to talk about fucking stadium tours, that's fine too. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to the entire show. If you've made it to this point, we do appreciate you. We appreciate you going on the journey with us. So, if you can, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you can't, listening is fine. So, until next week, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.